Hello and welcome. My name is Sharon and this is Trio.of.Witches Tarot. And I was gone in Florida for 2 months and this is not even everything that arrived, a lot of things arrived at my house and sitting here waiting for me when I got back. So this is going to be probably a long video. I will timestamp things and I don't know if I'm going to do some pairings or side-by-sides or what, but there's going to be a lot in this video. So this was a Kickstarter, and this is by the creator of the Shadowscapes Tarot, Stephanie Law, and it's a book about endangered and species, mythologies of species on the verge of extinction. And it just looked really, really cool to me, right up my alley, and I do love her art. So there's a lot of intro here, and then we have big artwork on one side and some info on the animal on the other. And I love that they have the pronunciation down here because I would not know how to say that. This is really nice. Very nice. And I backed this a while ago, maybe a year? I don't know, seemed like a long time. I kind of lose track of Kickstarters. They're very cool. I do not know if this is for sale separately now. I will try to find information and share it in a link in the description box below. So then this is another book I had pre-ordered many months ago from the Tarot Volatile creators, and it is a smaller version of the guidebook. So I have the giant one, which is great if you're at home, but this is, I love it that it's called the pocket edition. It's pretty much a standard sized paperback book, so the art is removed and looks like everything is kind of condensed, where the other one has, a lot of artwork in it. So this one is much more handy for doing a reading as opposed to study or just sitting down and looking through. Yeah. And I think you can order this now on their website. Again, try to remember to share a link to it, but you can go to their website and probably find it yourself. So it's got, let's look at the chapters. So, Major Arcana, the Minor, Cup, Swords, and then we have the fifth suit, the Vessels, Miscellaneous, and Spreads. So there's an idea of what you get there. So 2 pages, looks like for each card. Oh, and a little keyword chart for each one, it looks like. That's nice. Into it. But then the Vessels, interesting. You get a little bit more on that because that's the suit they created, right? Seven stages of alchemy. And then we get into the cards and then the keywords and miscellaneous and spreads. So you get the extra cards, some spreads, and a bibliography. So if you have this deck, maybe this will appeal to you. The other book, this was a Kickstarter. This is the Maya Land Tarot, mayalandart.com, and I guess you can order this now. I don't know. It's a sticker. I don't know if you could order stickers separately or what. Maybe I can get this off of here, save it somehow. Yeah. And custom tissue, which is cool. Sorry, that's probably loud. And it's a tuck box. Not a great tuck box, but that's okay. I don't generally keep when I have ones that are like this, they tend to come unglued. It's sturdy though. And it has the way it folds back like that so you can get the cards out. And there are, I think by now there are a ton of flip throughs of this. So I'm just going to look real quick just to get an idea of it, and then probably do some pairings with this, maybe later in this video, maybe in another one. May West, that's awesome. And the cardstock is kind of thick. The backs are reversible. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. See if it's a little bit thick. This is sort of, it might get more bendy over time. So either in this video later or in another video you should look out for, there will be pairings of this. And then I backed a couple of Indiegogos. I think they were two separate ones by Tarot Collectibles, but they all came together at once, which is fine. So I got the Melodic Moods Tarot and both versions of the JK Tarot. And it came with, so let's move this stuff out of the way. It came with this cute, interesting, I wonder, no, it's not in anything in there. I thought maybe it had something written on it, but I think it's just cardboard folded up. Which is very cute. I have to find a place to hang that. And then I think I chose this. I don't think they just threw it in. So I got the Stevie Nicks bag. And then it comes with, the Melodic Moods came with a little guidebook, which we'll look at later. And then it came with some stickers. Should probably zoom in now. So a couple stickers. John Lennon and Stevie Nicks. And so a lot of info on how to find them. And then their next deck, which is All Hallows Eve Tarot, is coming soon. And have a look. So let's look at this one first. See. And these all, I think all of their decks come in tuck boxes, which it's not the end of the world. I'm not a giant fan, but it does, it keeps costs down, I'm sure. It's kind of glossy. Come on. And it's kind of a, I don't know, you know, tuck boxes don't last long if you use them a lot, and it's already kind of dinged up right there, so not a giant fan. And the cardstock, yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's kind of satiny finish. Those are the backs. So they are reversible, if that matters to you. I know there's extra cards in this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing right now. There will be a whole thing. I think you can get a bag of this card too. So you can share, it's awesome. Gloria Gaynor. Creedence Clearwater. Karen Carpenter. Oh, I should know this one, but I don't. Elton John. It looks like there's a fair number of Beatles cards in here. Lindsay Bucking, no. Oh, Christy McVie. Okay, well, the Partridge Family, not really technically a band, but Patsy Cline, Rolling Stones. Is that Eric Clapton? Don't know. Bob Dylan? Let's see. Page of Pentacles. Billy Joel. Okay. That's why I didn't recognize him, because not a giant fan. Oh, one of my favorite songs, Joan Baez. And then there's extra cards. And they did come in a different order. They are in a different order than I normally put my minor arcana in. But that really doesn't matter to me. You can put it in whatever order you want. I'm going to put it in the order I use it. So we have an extra Three of Swords. So let's find the Three of Swords and see. So we have the Bee Gees or Janis Joplin. And then a different devil. All right, here we go. Okay. And then the High Priestess. Roger Daltrey. And then Death. So definitely gonna have to go with this card. So a Blue Oyster Cult. And this is, that's Dylan, isn't it? Okay. And then, well, I kind of get it. Black Magic Woman for Queen of Swords. I don't, that it's not a woman on there. I don't know that I would keep that. I would use that one. So where, oh, I'm for sure going to keep this card. And then the Hanged Man. Good for the Hanged Man. All right, here we go. It was a little on the nose, but still. One of my favorite songs, one of my favorite bands, so I'm gonna go with this one. I would go with this one. And then here's all the different bags that are available. And then just to give you a quick idea of the guidebook, that's what it's like. Okay, and so these are the two different versions of the JK Tarot. And there's the backs if you want to read the info they have back there. And then this is the revised one. So it has this sticker on the box. And this one, the original, this sticker was on the cello. I tried to get it off, but I couldn't. So, and they each have a different card on the front, which is cool. I'm super afraid that I'm going to mix these decks up because I'm not sure how easy it is to tell them apart. When I watched Simon at the Herman's Cave, when he did his, I couldn't really tell a giant difference, like enough that I wouldn't mix the decks up. So we're going to see. Okay. So this is the revised, and this is the original. And we're not going to do a full flip through. Okay, oh, and then on the back of the cards, it looks like the same info, which is, looks like the same is on the back of the box. So yeah, the revised is a little more detailed. The line art is a little more sharp. Yeah, this one is, the original is a little kind of fuzzy, like it's photocopied or something. I like them both. This gives it, the original has more of like a vintage feel to it. So I'm not sure how well that's going to come across in the video. Because like I said, I didn't really notice it very well in Simon's video. And the backs are the same on both. I kind of wish the backs were, I don't know, maybe different colors or something. So it was easier. If I ever got them mixed up, I'd have to go through and compare cards side by side to figure out which is which. Colors and stuff. Yeah, see here, you can see the eyes and the face, and this one is kind of just sort of black. Not very clear. Okay, so, and the cardstock, I didn't talk about the cardstock. So again, kind of thick, like the Melodic Moods was. Let's see. And yeah, no, I can bend it. It's a little hard to bend, but I can bend it so I can see over time it becoming more flexy and easier to shuffle. It reminds me of the US Games cardstock a little bit in thickness and finish and stuff. Okay, so this is the Venus Morningstar Tarot, which is by the same creator as the Tarot of Aphrodite. And I don't think I got the majors, but maybe it was, there was no note that I'm aware of, so I don't know if she sent it along for review purposes or if everybody got it as an extra. So this one's in a little tuck box. Oh, I cut it up a little bit. Okay, so let's look at these first. I'm sure they're going to be lovely. So it's a thicker, this reminds me of the cardstock and size of the Oracle deck that I got from her too, which I don't remember the name of, but I will probably do something where I have that Oracle deck side by side with this. So this tells you the artwork for each card, which is nice. Oh, I love that Fool. Let's see if we need to zoom in any. Love that. It makes me happy. Those are the backs. I can do a quick flip through. So instead of the High Priestess, we have Psychic, Empress, I feel like this Lovers is in one of the other decks. We will do more in depth later. Oh, I like this. Very nice Chariot. Stillness for the Hanged Man. And that's cool for Death. Oh, that's a cool Devil. Very cool Devil. Tower doesn't feel quite so towery. Still very beautiful. Ooh, like that star. that moon. And the sun's beautiful. Judgment. Huh. Okay. And this is the Venus Morningstar. And there's the back. Yeah, nice. Comes with a guidebook. The inside. Let's have a look. So we got thumbnails. I like it when they just have a thumbnail. I don't need like these full page pictures of the cards unless they're like super detailed and the, you know, the blow up provides you to see the ability to see the details better. So we have the artwork and the artist and an affirmation and some keywords, which is fine. It's a Smith-Waite based deck, so you know, go with what you know about those cards. And get this off of there. And it's gilded, very nice. Those are the backs. I like those. Title card. And the cardstock is nice. It's very matte, which is nice. Let's see, is it bendy enough to... Oh, yeah, I don't see riffle shuffling this at all. In fact, it feels just a smidge like if you did try, it might get a crease in it. So we have the Dawn for the Fool. And again, I'm not going to look at every card like that, lovers. I do kind of wish that the Majors Only deck was the same size as this so that it could be used as alternate cards. Of course, it's a creator's choice to do what they do. I'm just saying I would use them more if they were the same size and same finish. Then the backs would have to be the same. So, don't know. That's a nice Three of Cups. I like this font. That's a cool Eight of Cups. I think the choices that I've seen so far here with you are really good, though. Really like it. So we're going to do, I think, later a side-by-side of this with the Tarot of Aphrodite and maybe its own video where I do some pairings too. So that is the Venus Morningstar Tarot. And the Medieval Oracle of the Beasts arrived. This is by the same creators, Libra Moon, as the Serpent and Peacock and the Tarot of Paul's Moon. And this box is the same as the Paul's Moon tarot box is. And we get a little guidebook, just like we did in Paul's Moon. Very cool. Chunky little thing. So we have Beasts and then Inspiration. Got a little picture of the card, and then a page of write-up for it. It has one of those ribbon bookmarks in it, which is cool. And then inspiration for the deck, and links to decks and websites. You can pause that if you want. Read that. So let's look at the cards. It's gilded. Okay. Okay, so then it's kind of matte, a little bit satiny. To the backs. My dog is here getting into things. Okay, no, don't get into stuff. And it feels like the same size as Paul's Moon. I don't know. We will be looking more in depth in a different video or later in this one. So they're numbered, and then there's the. Looks like the guidebook is in alphabetical order. So you got the number and you have that it's in alphabetical order, which thank you. And I like the little border here for the title, and has the name of the creature and then some keywords, which is nice. Yeah, I really like this. I like this cardstock. I like this finish for it. Everything feels just right. And we have a lot of cards. $91 cards. Woof! That's a lot. It's a big deck. It's chunky. Chunky. So let's see. I don't foresee me ever being able to. Yeah, it's very stiff and it's big. I don't foresee ever riffle shuffling this. So it's definitely an overhand shuffle. Excited about this. I'm excited to do some pairings with other decks besides the same ones by these creators also. So that is the Medieval Oracle of the Beasts. This is the Heartwood Tarot by Three Trees Tarot, and this arrived, I think, just days after I left for Florida. And I'm sure by now everyone has seen many walkthroughs of it. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. It's a sticker. Oh, look at that. So that looks like it's from the Dragon deck, Smoke, Ash, and Embers. Very nice. There's some other goodies in here. Lots of goodies. So lots of little cute stickers. Oh, love them. Sort of really goes with this backdrop, doesn't it? So cute. Oh, I love them. We got, and this is a certificate of authenticity, the back of it. And then yeah, it's a nice little write-up. And then what do we got here? Huh. So these are kind of like one-time use cards. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, are these? I don't know. Are these from the next deck? Are these from this deck? kind of confused by what those are. I'm sure that something said what they would be. And then this is, oh, I'm almost sad to open it. The sticker's so cute. Oh, nice. The winding is coming soon. Okay, so this is a deck that's coming soon. And then this is a little note. If you want to pause and read that. I think there's going to be a lot of spiders in that one, so if you don't like bugs, that might not be the deck for you. Thinking of Robin's Reflections specifically. There are a lot of bug decks out lately. I was looking through Kickstarter, and there is at least, I don't know, 3 bug tarots. I don't know. I think they look kind of cool, but I don't think I could connect with that much. So then let's get this off of here. I don't know. I find a whole tarot deck of bugs kind of confusing personally. So it's our standard cardstock. Cover card, title card. Those are the backs. And then it's borderless. What do we got back here? Oh yes. So then we have the, as they do, they just have little keyword cards. And another cover card, protect the deck. Okay. I'm just going to look quick because I'm sure were so many flip throughs when this first came out, but we will be doing pairings, which involve looking at the whole deck. I love it. Kind of think I'm done collecting animal decks, though. I don't use them as often as I would like, and I just have so many already. But of course, I love the artwork of Adam Ohlers, and I love the production that Three Trees Tarot does. So I may continue to get their decks. What's happening here? Oh, extra cards. Okay. I got confused for a second and confused myself. So we have, we'll look at the extra cards. Unease. Oh, okay. So this is in that little pack of the cards that we had. I think I am unconfused now. And that's the last one. And the Ace of Cups. Looks kind of sad for an Ace of Cups. Huh. So pretty. Oh. Oh, I love that there's a rainbow there. Well done. Very well done. An interesting take on this. Some of them, I don't know, is it just me? It's a little bit of sadness in it. Am I the only person who feels that? I mean, just looking at it like this feels to me like a grief work deck. I mean, there's a lot of hope in it too, but it just feels sad. Not in a bad way. Bittersweet. Bittersweet is probably a better word. Okay. And then this is the Telos Tarot of 777. Glow in the dark patch. That's cool. This is by M.M. Moline, the same creator as the... Oh, my brain is not working. Tabula Mundi and the Rosetta. Don't have the Rosetta. It comes with this nice box with a ribbon, and I think this is set up to be like an altar. Let's see if we need to zoom out. Yeah, it's set up to be an altar. If I wasn't doing straight down, that would be better. But, yeah. And then you can put the card in there. I don't know that I'll use it that way, but that was her intention with it. And then, so that's the title card. Those are the backs. Let you look at that for a minute while I get this cello off. And it's big, like the bigger copy of the Tabula Mundi is. And it feels like it's the same kind of cardstock, maybe a little bit thinner. I don't know, we'll be doing a side-by-side, so we'll see that in the future. And it comes with a guidebook. Let's see what we got here. So we have some intro stuff, how to use them, intro to the meanings. So we start with the aces, the decan cards, the major arcana, and then broken out by elemental, planetary, zodiacal, and then the court cards. So the aces. Decan cards. Oh, I see. Okay, so then okay, so this is, if you were doing, following the Decan walk, this would be useful. Going to be kind of confusing if I just wanted to use it, in a tarot reading, finding the card. Because I don't really do the Decan stuff. So, and then the majors. Yeah, this is, I might have to create my own little index of where to find each card. Still, it's cool. Just going to make it a little harder for those of us who don't do the Decan stuff. Start with a Princess of Discs. And then, like the Tabula Mundi, they have the element of it. So we start with the princesses. This is really nice cardstock, and I love this matte finish. And the nice silvery border on it. Really nice. And this looks like it's got like a texture, like paper, parchment. Very nice. And it's flexy enough, it's going to be easy to shuffle, which is nice. So we started with the princesses, then the princes, then the queens. Ooh, Queen of Cups, look at her. So good. And then the knights. And then the universe, so we're going to go backwards in the majors. Yep. So it's Golden Dawn based, which, of course, the Smith weight is also Golden Dawn, but it's different. This, I think, is closer to it. Which Thoth is closer to it? And I might be talking out my behind here, because this is not something I am an expert on. That's a really beautiful priestess. See the Fool. And then we have the same keywords like the Tabula Mundi does. Yeah, we will definitely be doing a side-by-side with Tabula Mundi of this. Not to put it in the same order that this came in. And this is the latest printing of the Botan Tarot, which I pre-ordered from the creator. Came with that stone in the box. Very nice. And a bookmark. Oh, I see on the back. Talks about storing the deck. Okay. And it's the star card. And it's a new box. So the other box was a cool idea, impractical in practice though, because the drawer, and I find drawer boxes just impractical. So this is nice. Oh, it folds out all the way. We love that. And it's magnetic closure. Very nice box. Ooh. And then it comes with a guidebook, which is not unlike the original guidebook. I also have the larger zine. I'm not sure if you can get the zine. Think you can get the PDF. And I think some of the cards are different. So I think the PDF we'll talk about what that artwork is. We're going to do a side-by-side of this with the original so that we can see the differences. And it's indigo edged, as is my original deck. And looks like the same backs. It feels, and it's linen. I don't know. If memory serves, this feels a little, is the other one linen? I don't know. Wow, my brain. I just got back from driving across the country from Florida with my dogs. Speaking of dogs. I'm definitely not going to look at them all. I feel like this is Hermit's the same. I don't know how many cards changed, but we will find out when we do this side by side. Such a beautiful deck. Those are the backs, if I didn't already show them. They're the same, I think. Very nice production on that. So that's the Botan Tarot. So that was all my Kickstarters, and now I have decks that I have ordered that were either a Kickstarter or gone mass market, or I just never knew about until now. And we're going to start with the Aquarius Tarot. I think we're zoomed in just right. And I forget how I stumbled across this. Probably Instagram. It came with this bag and a heart stone, and somewhere in here is a little metallic. Where'd it go? Ah, losing things. Oh, here it is. There we go. And with that also, put that stuff back in the bag, and it has a little pamphlet. It's a tiny thumbnail of the card, and then keywords. And it says Smithwaite based. So it's a little more like kind of 70s style art. Tuck box, it's glossy, folds back. A lot of tuck boxes this week in this batch of cards. Should I edge it? I don't know. I'm thinking about edging it already. Because you can't stop me. Just can't be stopped on the edging. And it feels like make playing cards, cardstock. It's nice. It's satiny, flexy. That's the back. Easy to shuffle. It's sort of a mod take on the deck. Okay, when we start at the world. Creepy baby. Sort of more simplified artwork a little bit. I don't know if I'm making sense. I often don't. Like the colors. So it's still very, very familiar. Just kind of a different take on the colors, the textures, the swirly. She's very tan. I like it. Like the fool is a girl. And the little pamphlet does fit in the box, which is nice. Okay, and this is the Grateful Dead Tarot, which was, I don't know if it was a Kickstarter, it was indie for sure. And I saw the indie version on, oh, what's the name of her channel? She has her own tarot deck. She has blue hair. Anyway, I really love her. I will try to remember the name of her channel. Anyway, she did a fun walkthrough of the indie version of it. I don't think this is much different than the indie version. It's by, it's the back of the box. It's mass market, I guess, by Weldon Owen. Aaron Cadigan is the illustrator. Elizabeth Jazorski is the author. I'll provide links. I try to always. So it's on an interesting cardstock. Super flexy, but still thick. Nice and matte. And this is out of order because I've been using it. But you can, I can totally riffle shuffle it. It's still a little stiff, but I can. This way. And those are the back. So I love this rainbow around the back and the skeleton and the glyphs. And then the same rainbow border goes around the fronts of them. And the suits are different. So let me see if I can find it. And the majors have also been renamed. So we have roses. The suit of roses is water. Skulls is air. Bolts is fire, and bears is earth. Which, I worked with this for a while. I got this while I was on vacation, and I worked with it for a while, and it started to make sense. So it wasn't too bad. all the renaming. I'm not a fan of the renaming, especially of the majors, but it's okay. So the majors are still, they have numbers on them, so even though they're called something else, the artwork is close to familiar and it has the numbers on it, so you don't get too lost. I love this Fool. And the aces are all terrapins, and I'm not terrapins as in turtles? Is it turtles or is it tortoises? I don't know. One of the two. Not an expert on those things. And I'm not really a Grateful Dead fan. Like I was saying, I'm not a big Grateful Dead fan, so I don't get a lot of the references in this. I just think it's a super fun deck. So we have the little bear up here. So this is the 6 of Pentacles. And then all of the aces are these terrapins. So this is roses. We have the rose up there, which is cups. So we have a lot of water there. And then that's a fun sun card. So the musician instead of the magician. They have the little bears there. The 4 of Skulls. Wands. The bolts are wands, which is fire. So see, it's somewhat familiar. It does take a little bit more work, at least for me. Hierophant. And I'm not generally a fan of skeletons either. Like I've let go of decks that have, or the Marigold, for instance. I kind of let go of it. I'm just not a skeleton person generally, but they're just fun in this one. So we have the Ace of Bolts, which are wands. Earth. So it is some exercise, but it is a fun deck. And it is mass market prices rather than indie prices, which is nice. The Devil, that's awesome. See, I'm not sure what wolf, why wolf for devil. I don't know. Does it say in here? Oh, I opened right to it. Deals with the devil. When the wolf grins at your window, it's a warning to tend to your desires and fears. What force threatens to sabotage your efforts? Keep your window closed and don't let the wolf in, no matter how much he howls outside. If you don't give in to his games, he will have no authority over you. Passing this test offers you empowerment and freedom. So that's cool. So I'm sure there's some reference to, musical reference to Grateful Dead. I just don't know what it is. And I don't care, because it's fun. And the mass market version of the Lumina Tarot finally came out. It's by Rockpool. It's in this nice box. It's a little big. Has a nice guidebook though. And those are the backs, which are cool. And I don't know if I'll keep it in this box or not. And it's kind of this silverly holographic edging. And again, this is out of order because I was using it. And the guidebook is really nice. It's on nice paper. We've got some spreads. Talks about the suits, and we have a little thumbnail, and then a lot of text about each card, and it's in a nice larger font. So easy, easy, easy peasy to read. Super nice. Really nice production on this. I am impressed. And the cardstock is nice, and it's flexy, so it's easy to shuffle. This one is. Very nice. Really, really happy with what Rockpool did with this. I hope Rockpool does their Oracle too. And I will do a side-by-side of this with the Lumina, the original. I think there's some differences like in zooming in, zooming out. Otherwise the artwork is the same. It's a nice matte finish. I can't say enough nice things about this. So well done. So well done. If you missed out on the indie, you're really not missing out on a ton by getting the mass market version. As this is impressive. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. It's Lumina, and you've probably seen it before. And this is the Noble Moon Tarot by Claire Christine Sargenti. And I follow her on Instagram. You can follow her on Instagram. And it was a Kickstarter. This is still indie. I just didn't back the Kickstarter. I think at the time I had a lot of Kickstarters I was backing. I just couldn't afford to back them all, more decks. So there's a few that I did not back at the time. It comes with a nice hardback guidebook. Oh, all the cards came out too. I probably won't keep it in this box because it's big. And I probably have to zoom out more to see this book. No, we're fine. Okay. So it's a nice hardback book. Even has the embossed stamp in it. Small font, could be bigger. There's a lot of text in here, but there's still a lot of white space, so I feel like there was room to have the font be bigger. And a big picture of the card, which, you know, that's nice, but again, I don't really, could have been a smaller guidebook, but, and have bigger font, which would have been nice, but I'll let you have a look at an example of one of the entries. So you have a gemstone, a chakra, yoga, and deity, and an affirmation, and a ritual. Okay, so that's the guidebook. It is a very feminine deck. And it's gilded in this rose gold. And you have an extra 2 of cups. Is that why I have that way? That's the back. And we probably need to zoom in. So that's the back. And this one is also not in order because I was using it. It feels like make playing cards cardstock. It's not a bad thing. It is, it's hard to do when you have the camera stand right in front of you. But it is easy to shuffle. And it's very pink. It's a pink deck. So I think this is an extra 2 of cups. An alternate one. And it's collage. It's very diverse. Like that it has a little border and then, but the artwork goes outside the border. The handwriting is cool. Can be a little hard to read sometimes. I really like this. I like how diverse it is. And there are males in it. Just, you know, it's a very feminine leaning. Obviously this alternate 2. Yeah, I really like this. It, just looking at this right now, kind of reminds me of the Night Wait a little bit. I might have to do a side-by-side of this with the Night Wait. Just for fun. I like pink. I like all the diversity in this. Body sizes, skin color, sexuality, gender. Very well done. Very well done. And you can get it from the creator, or there's a couple places you can get this that are legitimate. So that's the Noble Moon Tarot. This is the Scarab and Dahlia Tarot. And I don't know if this was a Kickstarter. I don't know. This totally went under my radar until I saw a video of it. And I was like, oh, how did I miss out on this? So this is a collage deck. And it has a lot of extra cards. We can look at the extra cards that I have out that are not in the deck. It is a chunky monster. I mean, and it's big, and I can barely get my hands around it. There's no riffle shuffling this thing. There's that. Those are the backs. So they are not reversible if you care about that kind of thing. I do not. And there's a Scarab and a Dahlia. So we have three other lovers. There's a lot of lovers cards in this. I would have to zoom out to show them all at once. Sometimes I think I should keep them all in because I love them all. And then we have two different death cards. So let's look at the guidebook real quick. So the font is pretty good. And we save room by not having pictures of cards. I think I need to adjust the window. There we go. But we get a lot of info on each card, even that's a fair amount for the minors. And I really like what it has to say. So I'll leave it here. And you can pause and see what it has to say for temperance, should you decide to do that. Okay, so let's look at the cards real quick. So it is definitely, it's oracle size, and it's thick. It's nice thick cards. Again, you can't riffle shuffle it. And it's matte. And this is my kind of collage deck. Like the Ritual Tarot is too much for me. Telesma also is just too much for me. This is along the lines of like Serpent and Peacock, only modern. This is so well done, so beautiful. Love that strength card. I don't feel like, I haven't been watching a whole lot of YouTube while I was gone, but I just don't feel like there's enough people talking about this and how awesome it is. Love this death card. I had to keep this one in. I think it's amazing. The things. So we have 8 of Swords, and we have these 8 guys holding swords. I wonder if I should do a side-by-side with the Serpent and Peacock. That might be fun. So well done. Really in love with this deck. And I was doing pairings of this with the the Rainbow Brain Skull. It was so fun. Nice temperance. Great moon. I don't think there's a card in here that I don't like. I love all the lovers cards. It would just be 4 lovers cards, feels like overload to have all in once. This, I think, is Antelope Canyon. Is it in Arizona? Pretty sure it's in Arizona. Very, very well done deck. Really, really, really good. So this is the Rainbow Brain Skull Oracle, and I believe that Sylvia at Fairlight Tarot was using this for readings, I think for membership people, and I don't know if this was originally indie or not. It feels very indie. It's by Andrews McNeil Publishing. So it's mass market now, anyway. And it's got the kind of holographic edging. And I really like this cardstock. It's matte, it's kind of thick, it feels a little stiff, but I'm pretty sure I was able to riffle shuffle this. And again, it's not in order because I was using it. No, I can't riffle shuffle this, just kind of waterfall it. And there's a lot of cards in this. And they're numbered, so let's see what's 72 cards. So it's a nice big deck, and it's very fun. And let's zoom in more. I was pairing this with the Grateful Dead Tarot. So fun. We will see that pairing in another video when I do pairings for that deck. Give you an idea of an entry for a card. Now, Sylvia, I think, was saying that she found this to be very sharp, I think was her words. I don't get that from it. I found it to be very fun. Maybe it's the decks I was pairing it with. Maybe it was a kind of reading she was doing. I don't know. I didn't see those readings. I was very busy while I was in Florida. We were visiting family and helping with a lot of things for parents. It's a lot of work. I don't know. You let me know what you think about this. You know, Sylvia said it was sharp. I think it's kind of fun. It still gets to the point. Don't get me wrong about that. I just think it gets there with a little humor. So, and this is not expensive. And it's another very indie feeling. If it wasn't originally indie, it's very indie feeling. Really like it. Really like it. And this definitely was a hole in my collection. Didn't have anything like this before. This is the Crystal Oracle. It's by the same creators, the Broccoli Mag people that did the Seashell and, oh geez, I can't think now of the other. I have 3 others. And I can't even think. Mushroom, Seashell, something else. This one. Backs are purple. I edged all the other ones. Am I going to have to edge this one too? I think so. And the guidebook is very similar to the others, and they're kind of divided up into suits, treasures, tools, and rock people. Which kind of makes it hard to, let me see. I was wondering if the edge, yeah, and the dots, they are color-coded. I didn't notice that before. So you can tell. Now and they have a different little corner shape too. Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier to find them in the guidebook. Because we have so treasures are green. There's a green one there. So that's a treasure. And then, wow, it looks like treasures is the majority of it. And then tools is pink. And then rock people is this golden color. Anyway, it's the same idea as their other oracle decks. It's collage art. And we get what the stone is, and then we get some keywords. And this paired so nicely with the Noble Moon. They were so good together. Can't wait to share that with you. Very nice. Very nice. Like it. Love their decks. And the cardstock is the same. It's very nice, I think. It's a little stiff and cardboardy for riffle shuffling. I think I tried to riffle shuffle it and almost bent a card. So I don't riffle shuffle their decks. Okay, we are on the last deck. So I got the Seasons of the Witch, the Lammas Oracle. And I really like these decks. At first I wasn't going to get any of them, and then I got one, and they just really appeal to me and have grown on me a ton. So, same thing for the guidebook, fruit trees, get some keywords, and then you get a whole write-up on it over there. Same idea as the other ones. This one is green gilding, greenbacks. And same idea, tells you the thing, they're numbered, and then it has some little blurb on the bottom. And I like this a lot. So I'm sure there's plenty of walkthroughs of this. I'll show some pairings like that. Feels very Carnival at the End of the World tarot. So we'll see some pairings of that as well in the future. Okay, and I almost forgot. I have one more oracle that I got, and it's the Nature Nurture. And I forget whose channel I saw this on. But anyway, it seemed really cool, and I feel like it's really going to go really well with my Shimonette Tarot, and we will have a pairing of that in another video. But now, I just wanted to share the cards. It's a little thing. I don't know how many cards it is. Shiny, they're thin, and 45 it would seem. Okay, well my card filled up and I'm not sure where it ended up. Anyway, these are the cards. There's 45, and they're small, a little bit glossy. It's a nice cardstock. Could riffle shuffle this easily. Yeah, it's gilded. It has a little guidebook and a fair amount of info on each card, which is cool. Like that. And what am I doing? Well, let's look at some of the cards. And those are the backs. It's just like the front of the box. So it tells you the thing on the card and then a keyword. And I like the different styles of artwork that are in this. They're not so different to make it weird. It would be weird if it was a tarot, but because it's an oracle, and I rarely pull. Sometimes I'll use it as a spread deck and I'll like pull 3, so we'd have, let's see what. And they still work together even though they're, pull it down, they're pretty different. So that would be another video where I will be doing the pairing of this with the tarot deck that I had in mind to pair this with. It's a nice little box. Whew. Well, if you stayed to the end of that and watched all of that, thank you for watching all of that. If you skipped around, also thank you for watching. That was a lot. There will definitely be other videos in the future of all of these decks, side-by-sides, walkthroughs, pairings, but this was a lot. I'm tired now. So take care of yourself, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.